Okay. So, guys, I think anyone of you in this meeting audience have worked on Linux system, or are you having any experience on this, or are you a complete beginner? Just let me know. Feel free to speak, guys.
Bro, I'm a beginner, bro.
Okay, Naresh, right?
Yes, bro.
Okay, fine. Someone in the chat, guys, feel free to speak. Okay, yep, sure. I'm completely beginner. Near also. Good, good. Okay, fine. I hope you are recently passed out, right? Pressure. Yeah, yeah. That's okay. Good, good. Okay. So, guys, thing is, why you learn Linux? Because Windows also is good. That doesn't mean that there is no job for Windows also. But Linux is very much. I mean, you should know Windows. Those who are in legacy, I mean, those people are from back in 10 years, 20 years ago, they learned Windows. Still, there is some jobs there in Windows, but that should for an experienced engineer like L3 support. I used to get a mail called Windows L3 engineer. So what is L3? So a lot of things are there in Windows customization, which also I don't know that much because nowadays Windows Server, lots of things are there. So that is a different thing. Windows, those who experience in Windows since very long years, in nowadays, initially, if you want to start a career in Windows, it will fail. So there is no opportunity for you. Those who work in data center kind of thing, very earlier kind of 10 to 15 years ago, there is all Windows jobs are 10 to 15 year experience. I'm getting those, no fresher kind of thing. Okay, so these are things that is different Windows. I think everybody is used to it. You know, at least you are having this on your base machine. Maybe everybody having. Okay, so why we learn Linux and what is why it is important? Okay, fresher, nice. So let me just maximize this. I think F5. Okay, yeah, can see here uh, that is, yeah, why what is Linux and why it is everywhere. I'll show you that companies, the big companies are using Linux and how to check them. Okay, some company doesn't disclose their OS related thing, and some company are disclosed. So first of all, we'll see it's a powerful, as you know, open source operating system kernel, which is created in 1991 by Linus Torvald. Actually, he was a Linus Torvald was a guy in Finnish guy. Finnish means Finland, from Finland. He was doing some project kind of thing. Out of frustration, what he did, he made one Unix project. So since from Unix, it goes to Bell Laboratories, and then Linux is launched. Okay, so you can say Linux is a Unix-like operating system, and Unix is not a fully free. It's a license there. So I hope you guys have heard about Solaris kind of thing, HPAX. So these are previously Unix kind of job is there. When I started my career, I used to find a Solaris administrator, that is Unix administrator. Okay, so nowadays, these are all migrated to Linux, and all are graphical. And in case of Unix, it's all are CLI based. Okay, so there is no mouse support is there, but it's very difficult to administer. Okay, so those who have learned in Unix and now in Linux, they are very much experienced because they have seen all this like the legacy era, now in the modern era kind of thing. Okay, okay, so yeah, that is about Linux. I told you how it started by Linus Torvald in the Finland University. He, out of frustration, he created this. So it is free and open source. As you can see, anyone can view, modify, distribute the code. That means the main core, that is kernel. So let's take a I mean layman term. Let's say you have a bike, right? You are riding a bike, or the main thing is the heart of the bike is your engine, right? That is called kernel. So in Windows also we have this code kernel. So that is in Windows it is copyrighted. Okay, so you cannot modify. You cannot modify it, which is copyrighted. Nobody can modify. Only Microsoft can modify. So that's why it's copyrighted. There is no customization you can do here. But in case of Linux, the source code is free. See, if you are in Tamil, Telugu, you can design a Linux in Tamil, Telugu. Even in my language, in 2008, I did my Linux project. So here, one guy is created. some languages. I mean, customized. He was an MTech student, so customized in a Assamese language. Okay, our local is Assamese language in Assam. So like that, you can customize it for your own purpose. That is a GNU license. You just get the GNU permission. After that, you can customize it. Okay, so free open source and anyone can customize. That skill set you should have for customization, right? Okay, so now let's see the secure and stable multi-user architecture with strong permission system. Yeah, it's very much secure. As you know, all the files here it is a binary format, right? Uh, in Windows, you see the files are what exe, okay, exe file, which is more prone to attack, right? But in case of Linux, all are exe, so it's antivirus is not needed. But nowadays, antivirus is there. If you have antivirus, even I also using antivirus in Linux called Clam AV, which is a Cisco product nowadays, which is very good. I think open source, and now it is acquired by Cisco, which is a very big, the world's biggest software company. I think you guys might have learned CCNA. You know this, right? Cisco is the world's biggest software networking company. Nobody can beat them. All the major software they are purchasing, and they are acquiring their license. Even Splunk also, which is a SIM tool, security tool, Cisco is acquired. Okay, so this is the thing. Why it is secure and lightweight, stable as compared to Windows, and highly customizable. Next point, you see, configure everything from kernel to interface. If you know the system level architecture, system software engineering, then you can kernel, you can develop this and configure this. Okay. Now, next is written community driven. That means thousands of developer contribute worldwide. Yeah, there's some open source community are there. Okay, in the community. So if you logged in, if you join this community, which is free open source, and you can post here. So one of my friends there from his name is Abhishek from North India. Yeah, I think you guys heard one website, Force F-O-S-S, Force is Force. So here he was developed something. He's posting regularly some update. Even I also subscribe. So like latest technology tools or customization tool, he's modifying and updating. I mean community, and I keep subscribed. Then I'll get, so from him also I learned a lot of tools, technologies in configuration of server kind of thing. A lot of that there. So it's called open source community. Thousands of developers are there. If you are a good developer, modify it, you show them. If they are approve it, then it will be public kind of thing. Okay. So that is a different part developing, which is not our in hand, very difficult, right? Okay. So next, you see the history of Linux and open source. So yeah, first 1983, can see there Richard Stallman announces GNU license, right? And create a free Unix like. Yeah, I told you, right? For me, Unix like. Then Linus Torvald uses the first copyright kind of thing. Okay. Then he modified this. Now in the 1992 and 1993, distribution begin to emerge. Yeah, distribution is coming. Like I think you guys heard about Fedora, right? Previously, this was there. Fedora Linux. Nowadays, a lot of distribution are there. Ubuntu, Debian, Kali, Manjaro, Black Arc, Parrot, Zorin. A lot of distributions are there nowadays. Everybody is customizing, those who have knowledge. Since it is free, right? That's why. And yeah, see this 1992, 1993. Even in my graduation project, I used to have Debian. That time, Debian 6 or 5 I used. And that time, there is no kind of online ISO is. I used to have a DVD, right? CD, used to burn it. A lot of errors are there. We are very new that time, right? Very difficult to operate kind of thing that time. So in Debian, I used to have all C++ programming. I used to have this, which is I find very difficult that time. So let's see. In 1992, 3 distribution began. That is Red Hat came. Even I also did certification on Rails 6, which was in 2013, Rails 6. Now is Rail 10. My God. So if you want to do certification, you have to learn Rail 10. So keep every 3 years, Red Hat launches a new, OS. Just keep in mind every 3 years. So now this year, 2025, 11 launch again, 2028 in the mid of June, January, or June or October, you will see Red Hat 12. So this is a business kind of thing. Okay, they need money. So every year they are upgrading. If you upgrade yourself, you have to pay certification fees. and you have to do the again certification kind of thing. So that's why I did not upgrade myself. Well, I don't know, no need to upgrade. If you have knowledge, you can go anywhere, right? No need to upgrade until unless if you are seeking a job seeker kind of thing. Okay. So even I have knowledge on all the version. There are slight changes are there, slight customization are there. You just need to upgrade yourself. What are the legacy in the last previous version and in the latest version kind of thing. You need to just understand this. Okay. And yeah, in this 92 93 era, this distribution is launched. Okay. Now 98, what is it? An open source initiated found. Yeah, some open source community was built. And in the 2000, I mean the 2000, that time servers, smartphone, and Linux dominates the multiple set. Yes, in this 2000 era, all these are all dominating. Okay, so they see open source principle, freedom to learn. Yeah, copy left protection. Copyright means copyrighted. You cannot do copy left means there is no copyright. Copy left, so you can use anything anywhere. There will be no copyright or no flagging of your project. Right, that is called a copy left. And you see community development is there. So let me just after this page I'll show you how to check the Linux in the which company is having how many Linux servers. We can check this if they disclose it publicly. Okay, so let's see here, real world Linux usage example. See, 96 percent of the world server, even most of the Apache and web server, like web server, HTTP, Apache, 90% are migrating in Linux. And Windows, if you want to do a server, that is a IIS server, okay, Internet Information Service, which is a very legacy, old-fashioned kind of thing nowadays. Very few companies are having those who are focusing on the data center. That is on-prem solution. What is on-prem? Physical servers. Okay. So nowadays, very few companies are using this on-prem because it's managed very, very hard to manage. You should have a physical room. You should have a cabling cost. You should have a rented space. You should have all the power supply, energy. You should have a HVAC, centralization of ACs, right? HVAC, which is very dangerous. Big, big ACs are there. So which is very, I mean, hard to maintain. Every IT team used to handle this. In my last company also, later we used to have this because the DevOps teams are there. So lots of servers are cloud. Okay? Nowadays, all are in cloud. So there is no need of hardware. Just you have an internet connection, just access the server via your remote console, SSS kind of thing, like that. So, and don't you think so, guys, that cloud means what is cloud? Can anyone tell me? Cloud means this is cloud. It is in sky or it has some hardware also. Any knows cloud means what? You are using what is cloud kitchen? You know Zomato and Swiggy, right, guys? So does Zomato and Swiggy have restaurants? Did they cook any food? No, nothing, right? But they are building a lot of crores of money. How? They are kind of cloud kitchen. Okay, let me check some comments here. Uh, yes, yes, remote distress. Yeah, Nihar, you can start a career. Why? Everybody can start. Not an issue. Okay, yeah. So remote kind of thing. That means you are taking resources some other. That is Amazon. Amazon has a data center in Mumbai, AP South One, Mumbai. They even Hyderabad also they have Azure kind of thing. GCP. They have a big data center technologies. Okay, big, and they have a thermal plant kind of thing. To use cooling. Even AI, Chat GPT. They have a GPU server, right? Graphical processing unit, a huge server. If you use, if 1 million people recently one AI crashed, right? Chat GPT, all people are using Ghibli style, right? Ghibli, some image they are creating. So GPUs are melting. The GPU got down. So this is all a hardware only. We are using cloud as a cloud service, but they are maintaining very hard in a backend. That's why they are charging huge of a lot of money. Even I used to get AWS bill 25,000. I deployed a couple of servers. They are 6 to 7, and I didn't terminate the server for 7 days. 25,000, and they cancel my license. I mean, a free credit card. So again, I created an account. So like that nowadays they are very charging. So until unless you have a test account in your company, they will be you are giving in my last company we are having a test account. We used to test these things, but that also is billable. Bill is included there. Until unless you have a good talent, then only company can give you a test server, test account. So they are having a lot of account called CA, corporate account, and a test account kind of thing. So if you have this, you can practice. Until unless if you have your base machine or virtual machine, then you can. Since I don't have a cloud anything, I am in my laptop. I have everything configured there. All the technology tools, bridging, everything I configured. So I don't need any cloud. Previously, I was there, but I don't know how to configure this. But after doing a lot of research, we can configure in on-prem also. This is called on-prem, right? Okay, you see there. Web servers. So 96% web servers having a market share. So power, internet backbone, hosting website, all the website. Even in IoT, even this laptop also I'm using the IoT device. You know what? If you see for having a laptop, go to the back end of the laptop, you see the some IoT is written kind of thing. You will find this. All are IoT kind of thing nowadays. And Android also have a Linux operating system. This Android only Linux only, right? If you know the developer setting in your mobile, you just go to the type five time tap in the developer section, you will get the Android device details. It will be in the developer mode. It will become your mobile will become your faster if you use the developer mode in Android device. Okay, so you should do some research and find it. And in the network structure also we can see yeah, enterprise network, home routers, especially all are Linux equipment nowadays. Okay, so let me just show you how to check. Yes, any comments? Sir, I have AWS gap. Can I enter network cloud kind of job? Okay, gap is very high, Ojit. So we'll discuss this later. Uh, so gap also is you can mitigate, but uh, something you need to do from your end that is special. Okay, so let me just show you. I think 1 minute. I have to escape this. Yeah. So yeah. So here I'm showing you one thing. You see how you check that. So this is one engine, guys, shodan.io. Okay, just remember this shodan.io. So which is a one engine search engine kind of thing. Okay. So this is used by the hackers. So here, if you see here, type to search. So let's say I want to view the facebook.com. Okay. I want to know Facebook. Does Facebook use Linux? If they use Linux, how much they use as compared to Windows? So then you will get the clarity. If they expose their servers in the public, I mean the details of server. Okay. That is just the information, not any hacking kind of thing. Facebook, you know Facebook, what is the biggest, I mean, technology in they are having Liama AI, Meta, they are having, right? So if you do the search here, let's see here. See, is giving me all the details. See, United States, they have this country's top results. So here, you can see here, I will give you the view report. You see here, 443, which is a HTTPS server, right? Secure server, right? So that may be Nginx. See, 15,000 server they are having. And it is 80, that is the internal they have because it is a less secure, and 4,600 something server there. Some custom port also they are configuring some server. How can you check that? If you go to the view report, see here. See, this is the showdown report of Facebook. And if you see, no vulnerabilities present right now. And if you see it down, see here, what is it? Ubuntu. They are having almost more than 1,000 servers of Ubuntu. And Windows, see how much they have? 424. Can you see this? Let me zoom it for you. Yeah. Now see here, they are having Unix 1 only. Okay. Windows Server, they are having 2022. Only one server they have. What is this OS? They disclose the facet analysis. You can see OS. Now you see they are having some Synology kind of thing. These are all their technology server. Maybe they have, which I also don't know. But you can see here Windows build. They use some build there, 14 build, and see the percentage there. Ubuntu, they don't have a real machine. The Red Hat. That means they are maybe they are hiding this in internally. They have this, but publicly they disclose this Ubuntu 1000. See, I told you, right? For DevOps purpose, if you want to go for DevOps engineer, mostly you have to go to the Ubuntu customization. And nowadays, Ubuntu latest 24 launch. Even I also have this. I'll show you in my system. And 25 also launched. 25 you will have up to January next year. I mean patches. So that's why I didn't install it. It is in the staging stage. So Ubuntu 24, 22 is booming right now. And always remember, company don't use the latest OS. Okay. Why? Can anyone tell me why company don't use the latest ways? Because uh, all the companies use they are having all the teams, right? DevOps team, quality assurance team, security team. If you are using the latest team, the other team will having a problem because they will be doing some customization, maybe scanning kind of thing. They will say our my version control, something VCS issue, some version issues there. That's why you always remember all the companies they are having a one step or two step back. In my company, we used to have a two step back. That is, if Ubuntu 24 launch, we are having a Ubuntu 20. Okay. If Red Hat 9 launch, we're having a Red Hat 8. When we'll launch, when we'll adapt this 9 based on the all the teams concerned. Okay, they are concerned, they are using these developers, there are so many things and they are doing customization because one server you can't have access, one server, suppose you are having a read-only access, other having a SSH access, that is a sudo access, that is means a super user access, admin access. So they'll be doing some customization, right? That's why you always remember in company they are having a one step or two step behind to carry out all the teams, okay, working with together. You see this, right? Now this is I shown you Facebook. Let's have a Amazon server. Okay, let's check. So may not be stable N1. Comparatively stable may not be stable N1. I didn't get it, Thanashikar, what you are saying. And let me, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so why people is not using the latest application means compatibility issue.
Yeah, I told you, right? Compatibility
Yeah,
issue. So, yeah,
yes,
there's a version issue, mainly version and service detail, that kind of
yes.
issue. Yes. So let's see. Yeah, you are right. Great. So Amazon.com on enter this. So now view the report here. See here, Amazon. If you go down, see, they are also having Ubuntu. 429. They were lesser. I think Vishnu worked in Amazon. So you can see this. Umas. See, they disclose it. Okay. So let's see my company. I worked previously. So which was a fintech company. And see, they are having this sports configuration server. I see Nginx is showing. Nginx Apache server, they are having this much of 1749. Okay. Also, they are having Windows Micro. I told you, right? IIS server, which is the Internet Information Service window. They are having this 95. So Amazon using these things. Okay. And these are all security kind of thing. Cobalt Stack is a penetration testing tool kind of thing. See, Nginx and Apache they're using. And Windows 95. They are using much more Windows, I think. And Cisco iOS for router switches, they're using something. Cisco iOS. Okay. Those who are in networking, they understand this. Okay. So now they are these big giants companies, they are disclosing their thing, right? So let me check my previous company. So it was Perfios.com, the domain. So let me check. So here you see they are not disclosing. See, no information available. So my company is very secure. I mean, they feel very insecure. That's why they hide all these things. So they are having HTTPS 5 port and 80, 30 ports. Okay, and cloud. All are cloud. So my previous company mostly they believe in cloud. So we are having a multi-cloud platform. All are connected. AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba also there, which is a Chinese cloud nowadays. Chinese also. So see this, and they are using TLS 1.3. Wow, which is the latest encryption cryptography protocol. They are having this. See, TLS and 1.3 means you are fully secure now. The communication between the client server is very secure there. Even they have a 1.2 also. Yeah, and 1.1 version is vulnerable, means it's prone to attack. See, they are focusing on very security. Well, they are, yeah, I mean, they are having a lot of security people right now, and they are very much secure. So like that, they disclose this. That's why you are able to see this. Okay, if they hide this, they can hide by using application security. Okay, so these are the things. This is very handy website. You can check any company if they are disclose this information. You can see we have a client. See, I told you, right? Singapore I used to handle, right? See, Singapore. India, they have Indonesia also. They have a RO also, and India also 20. Okay, like that. The geolocation kind of thing, you can see geolocation. Okay. Okay, now let me back to this. Okay. And yeah, where we are. Now let me show you the popular Linux distribution. Okay. So Ubuntu is there, right? I told you, right? Mostly in DevOps kind of thing, customization, mostly developer, you'll be doing Ubuntu only. So I mostly worked on Ubuntu only. But what I have, when I joined my first company, I was having I was having a certification of Red Hat, but they are having a Ubuntu system. I was very confused. I don't know anything there. So it was very much learning experience for me. I learned a lot of things. Okay, then only you can learn these things. Okay, by using the senior people, they are showing you all these things. Okay, so see this Ubuntu is a canonical product. It's a canonical company, and Red Hat, CentOS, all are same. I mean equivalent, and also Rocky Linux is there, which is also a Red Hat kind of distribution. Rocky Linux. Okay, so this is the Red Hat inclusives. They are trademark, and this is the Ubuntu canonical. Okay. So if you see the key feature, simple GUI, a large software company. Yeah. See this LTS version. That is, what is the LTS? Long-term support. That means we have a long-term support. I mean patches kind of thing. So in DevOps, you should have this LTS. So how you can obtain this? You should they will give you 5 licenses. Okay, for one key you can have a 5 license. I'll show you. I have this on my machine keys. For one key we'll have a 5 license. Now here they have a Rail is a commercially supported, while CentOS is the free, right? And C is enterprise. Okay, but here it is not an enterprise. That's why those companies who are having enterprise solution, they will go for this, and they will be using OpenShift, which is a Docker and orchestration tool, right? In my company, later we opted CentOS, I mean Rail for our orchestration and Kubernetes project. Okay, so based on this, they will go for, see, data center also we can have this production level. See, here it is, production is not written here. So, but Ubuntu server you can configure as a production level. You can configure, but it is recommended for Rail. Okay, that's why. And if you see here, Kali Linux is for offensive security, for hacking purpose. That means for scanning or your penetration testing, which is a different topic for security, right? This is security offensive. So I also have this. And other distribution you can see Fedora, which is also this like Debian Ubuntu distribution. And OpenSUSE is also a different distribution. Okay, OpenSUSE also I did some work in back in 2008. That time I was very new in college semester. Okay, doing my graduation, computer science. And Arcline is also very good nowadays. Okay, so mostly this Debian, Ubuntu, and Kali, these are mostly widely used nowadays, right, guys? So you are having all these company having, see, Ubuntu, Rail, and you'll be having this Kali. Next, okay. So any question, guys, you have, you can ask. Now, I'll show you some the I mean the look of this version. I'll show you how we can get the how you can check the in the Red Hat dashboard account the inventory, the system inventory, and also Ubuntu. I'll show you. Okay. So if you have any doubt, any question, you can ask. Feel free to ask. Okay. Then we'll go to the next slides. Just showing something. We already completed half an hour. Yeah, tell me. Any doubt, anyone?
Please tell us about LTS, long-term servicing. So, what is the benefit and
Yes,
disadvantages?
yes. So if you are having a if you are not having a LTS support, so what happens? The when you do the patching or upgradation, you know, right? When you do upgrade the OS or something, you will not get that kind of support, or packages will be maybe broken, kind of thing. So troubleshooting will be very hard. But if you are having the LTS support, and that means when you patch your server or upgrade, that will go to the that LTS servers or long-term support servers are there. In India also we have, and US also we have. There is some settings I'll show you now, right now, how to check this. So I have this LTS. So if you do the patching or upgradation of OS, so several kind of thing you will see, like OS infra, they will show you live patching enabled, kernel patching enabled, that is the OS level patching. Okay, very good question you asked. I'll show you now. And if you have
Sorry.
Hmm.
So, only online server can benefit LTS support,
Yes,
or
yes, only online servers.
so
If you are, yes.
on-prem without internet system can't get all this.
Now, on-prem system, you can't get all this LTS because you should connect to the internet machine. Okay,
Got it.
got it,
Great.
right? And if you don't want to connect LTS, so you can do a lot of R&D there. Okay, a lot of R&D you can do. So based maybe in your testing environment, we have in our in the last company I use this, which is not connected for a testing server, right? We have a dev team, test team, prod team, right? So all the prod servers we have a LTS enabled. So if you're having a LTS for a individual license, since I'm using, like say you are using, you won't get a support from Ubuntu because LTS individuals license, it's free, right? But if you want to have a production level LTS, that is a different. You need to purchase a lot of money. You need to pay to Ubuntu, okay? Because if you're an individual, if you seek help from them, they will charge money. So only NTS you are having the long time support means the number of years you are having the patch updates. Let's say you download Ubuntu for 3 years, you are having the updates. If you don't have a LTS, if you try to upgrade, they will show you, please have the LTS version, which is a free for an individual license. Got it,
Got
brother?
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now I'll show you. Let me show you some practical there, and it will be very interesting for you, I think. Okay. So here I'm using a very high-end machine, guys. That's why I can show you all this thing. I purchased it for my testing purpose. Still, I'm paying the EMI for that. It's a high-end machine. So if you see here, I'm using a latest version of the VMware 17.6.3. You see a lot of voices are there. See this. Which is the latest VMware. If you see this, which is a free one. You can download for VMware free. Okay. And this is for a personal license. Previously, VMware doesn't have a license for uh, individual users. So what we need to do, we need to go for a crack version. I think you might have experience for this. And if you are having a VMware, you should go for crack. But nowadays, they are acquired by Broadcom. If you see this, it's a Broadcom company. It's the biggest networking company. And they used to design and deliver NIC card. Anyone know about NIC card, right? Guys, LAN card, right? So in my laptop also, we have NIC card, right? So most of the majority of the company, one is Realtek. Anyone heard about Realtek? A NIC card, and one is Broadcom. So Broadcom is used to design the loopback NIC card kind of thing. Okay, it's a very big company nowadays. Even in Bangalore, they have office. So see, VMware and Broadcom are among the trademark of the Broadcom. Now they are acquiring by the Broadcom. Okay, so let me show you. Since you are asking Ubuntu LTSC here, I am having what? Ubuntu. Yes, Ubuntu 20. Let me open one older version. Okay. Let's say this one, Ubuntu 22. And yeah, let me have this. Oh, it's my biggest server. It's a load is high. Let me power on this, and let me power on the real latest version. You can see this, right? 9.6 here. I've written the subscription is there, right? Is a subscription. Let me power on this. So I'll show you now how to you can see. So here also I have subscription. That is an online repository. So whenever I do patch, it will connect to the Red Hat website, and it is also same. You see, it is the 22 server, and it is the latest one, 24, and 25 also the latest, but it is still in staging stage. So I don't recommend to download this. You should have a very good machine to download. Okay, for these are nowadays our memory is consuming. So let me open this. I'll show you how to check this. Okay. And let me open the rail also. So I've created the Rhino username since it is a Rhino, network Rhino, right? And recently I installed this for you. So if you are having this, yeah, see, it is the latest rail version. Now, if I go to this terminal, let me zoom it for you. You can see this, right? So let me log into the root account. Okay, so now let me go to the Ubuntu also, and let me log into here also. So let me zoom it for you. You can see, right? So Ubuntu is, I love Ubuntu guys. It's very much customizable. Okay, now you see that it's consuming a lot of RAM. See, I am giving 8 GB RAM to this machine. Why it is consuming 4 GB RAM here? Because I have a lot of services running there. The security manager service is there. which is a SIM solution I used to, it's called Waza, which is a different topic. But you see, I am using internal Ultra 9 processor. It's a AI laptop. It is a AI laptop. That's why I can configure all this machine here. And you see how to check it is a licensed version or not. So there is one command is there called remote host configuration, RHC. If you type this status, you see this. You see, connected to Red Hat subscription management. That means I have a subscription. Let's see, it's connecting. Okay. The connected to Red Hat. This you can, this two part you can ignore. That doesn't important here. But you see this connected to Red Hat subscription management. That means it says a Red Hat subscription. So how can we check? I'll show you now. Now here Ubuntu, you see how to check this have a subscription or not. You see one icon you see here. Can you see this icon? See here what is written? Live patch. It is connected to live patch. So if I check this command is there, pro status. You see this, it will show you. Someone asked me question, right? What are the benefit of patches? It will show you here. What are the benefits you will have this? So it will take some time. You see here. Entitled ESM Infra, Enterprise Security Manager application, you have, yes, that means you are getting the extended security maintenance service. ESM Infra, you are having ES enabled. That means you are getting the maintenance for infrastructure also. If you patch those, you see here, account is that email ID and subscription is there, Ubuntu Pro. What is written here? Free personal subscription. I told you, right? This is a free one. And you see, some of those have a live patch. See, this is the main one. Canonical live patch. Kernel update is enabled. Okay. So if I do the patching there, it will connect to these services and I'll be getting the OS updated. So right now my OS is fully upgraded. No need to update. And some of the services are disabled. You see, by default disabled. If you want to enable it, you should pay money for that. Okay. So see here, USG also, this is a compliance tool. These are disabled. So in free account, you cannot enable all of the services. You should purchase. And for a free account, free tier, you have a 5 machine you can connect. This is the one machine I connected, right? So if you want to see this, how it is going to which server, there is one property out there. If you see the software property, I think software. Let me type software. I think there. Let me see. Okay. Not this one. This is, it is going to the security.ubuntu.com. See, live patch is going. It's checking if any update is there or not. Okay. If you don't have LTS, it will also go, but it will not give you this kind of feature. See, all are ESS. Live patch is there, infra is there, security you are getting, right? So now it is saying, I think I don't have any update. It will say it is already up to date. Let me check. See, oh, some is update is there, some update is there. So let me remind it later. What I want to show you, how we can check which server, canonical server. I think software setup, maybe this one. Yeah, see this server for India. See, it is having a 1.22 for Gemmy Jellyfish version and is connected to this canonical main server. I can choose here from the different server. And see here, one last tag is there, Ubuntu Pro. That means I have a Pro subscription. If you go here, see what is written, Ubuntu Pro support is enabled. And see here, show the live patch status in the bar. That is, this is the bar. See here. And see, these are security infra are applicable for me. So I can see what is written. Provide security updates for about 22,000 Ubuntu until 2032. That what is now 2025. Up to 7 years, I'll be getting this. If I have a pro account. If I disable this, I'll be getting only 3 years maybe. See, you see this, right? A lot of additional are there. This is for the developer, not for me. And Ubuntu support. And see, server India. I connected to server India for faster. Since I'm in Bangalore, that's why. Okay. That depends. It will if you are facing problem, maybe curl error or where your HTTP error, you can change the server. That depends. Normally, it doesn't happen 1% chance for failure. Okay, so see, you got it right. These are the Ubuntu. Now, if you see here, rail. So the version I'm using, you can check this cat etc OS release for the version. So let me show you. You see, 9.6 is the latest one Pro. Okay. And see that this is the enterprise Linux. So now let me log into the Red Hat. So how you can log in? You have to go to this site developers.redhat.com. Okay, you have to create an account there, which is free. Just fill the information and create the account. Okay, and confirm verify your email. Then you can get the license. I'm showing you. So see, I have to log in there, right? Let me log in. And you read this, what is written. On July 7, the ability to log in using email address will be removed. So this is my old account. That's why I'm not getting this error. I mean, if you create a new account, you might be having a different dialog box. Okay, just follow the instruction how to create an account. It's very simple, right? Uh, they'll be asking some question. You just, so in my Outlook email, I have this subscription. So let me log into this. Okay, and let me type the password. I'll show you how it is connected. So now here, you see, I'm in Reddit. So here you need to go here and let me just move this from here. Yeah. So let me just go here. You see here, subscription is there. Is my name, account details. Okay. You have to go here, subscription. Okay. That will see you later when you will be in our full-fledged classes, how to get this subscription, how to have this. I'm just showing you for just a demo. Just watch this. Okay. Now here, see this subscription is systems are there. You have to go here, system inventory. Go this here. Now we need to redirect to another website. So they have made it some complicated. Okay. First time you may have some issue. Okay. See here is going to the systems. Now see 8 hours ago, I connected this. And see rhino.example.com. What is this machine? 8 hours ago. See, now I just plugged in, right? I just powered on. So that's why it is. It will take some time. Okay, some few minutes or hour it will take for the time to upgrade here. So you see this. This is the I have two licenses there on my this Outlook email ID, and which is Rail 8.10 I have, which is the older version, right? Rail 8. Okay, this is the second version of Rail 8 series, and this is the last latest version of Rail 9.6. Now, if you go here, rhino.example.com, this is my system. Okay. Now you match it here. How to check the host name? There's one command called host name. You see here, rhino.example is matching, right? And go to this, it's matching, right? And see here, it is a last boot time today only. This is a kernel version. 5.14, all our information are there. Now, if you go this, see, I'm using VMware, right? That's why it's BIOS is vendor VMware. Since I'm in virtual machine, so it will be showing you only your hypervisor, which is a software hypervisor. VMware means it's a software hypervisor on top of base machine when installing the virtual machine. That is right. So it is a VMware. You see, now you go this, I have a IP address there. RAM I have given 4 GB. So some GBs are captured by the buffer. So how can you check it is information correct or not? So go to this. You can check by this command free -m. You see this total 4 GB RAM, right? And I used 1.4 GB that is currently using, and it is in the buffer section. Okay. So that is again you can show here. And IP address is showing. Let me check the IP address. See, IP address is showing 1 dot what? 1111. That is a loopback IP, you know, right? NIC card, and that is the IP. I assigned it statically. So you know, right, how to assign a static IP. If you are in networking, you know this. So it is saying 1.111. So I am using a DHCP router only. From this router, I assign this IP statically. That means I am not assigning static IP. I am assigning DHCP IP as a static IP, which is different concept. One is static IP from getting the ISP from Airtel, Geo. If you are getting a ISP, static IP, which is a different one, public IP. But here, router IP, DHCP, I configure as static so that if I reboot my system, it won't change, right? So if you see this command IPAS, you see it's matching, right? 1.11 matching, right? And if you want to see the router, my gateway, that is my router. And if you type this route N, you see this is my gateway. 1.192.1.1. And I'm using this. So if you type this IP here, you will be getting my router IP. So let me show you there. See there. 1 minute. Why it is coming? Yeah. See this. See, I'm using this Jigsaw router. This is login right, Jigsaw router. So that is the thing. So that is I shown you about 9.6, and these are latest rail, and Ubuntu also I have shown you, right? If you see this command, let me show you how to check this, how to check the version release. Okay, so you got the license, right? So if you type this cat etc, one file is there called OS release. You see, 1222.lts, and version is 22, and the code name is Jemmy Jellyfish. Okay, wow, nice name. So similarly, 24 also there. That is a different name. Okay, so and if you type this command new fetch, it will display all your thing, how much memory use, that graphical display you'll be getting. Similarly here also, you see the logo there, right? This is the Ubuntu logo. Wow. And in Red Hat also, if you type this, you'll be getting this. See, Red Hat hat is there, right? Red Hat, right? Red Hat. So it is less consuming. See, Red Hat only consume less maybe. So here I am using a lot of services are there. That's why it's consuming 4 GB, 5 GB RAM. I'm giving 8 GB, right? So that's why nowadays don't think so that if you are having a Linux within 1 GB it will work. It will not work within 1 GB. Okay. So all our Linux nowadays are graphically very established. Okay. So you should give 2 GB, 3 GB RAM. Otherwise it may lag your PC. Or if you are having 8 GB RAM PC, it may lag. So 8 GB RAM it will work, but nowadays I recommend you should have a 16 GB laptop if you can afford it. Otherwise 8 GB is okay, but 16 GB is very good if you want to do customization, all this kind of thing, right? So you got this, right? This is the Red Hat. So here I have, license. So Ubuntu also I have license. So uh, if I patch server, it will go to the license, that is LTS. And in Red Hat also, if I install any package or upgrade, so let's see, there is one command called for installing DNF, or I think you heard about this YAM, which is a package manager, right? So if I upgrade any, let's say I want to install any package. So if you type this, let's say I want to install Telnet, so which is an unsecure protocol. So let me check this. See, it is going to the what? Subscription management, right? And it is going to share some process ID. That means some background process is running. So you have to wait for this. Okay. So it will go to the Red Hat, my dashboard account, right? This is Red Hat. Okay. From this, it will have the package. I mean, here we can't see where it is having, right? So if you go here, patch kind of thing, you can see the packages list. And see, may see here, or nothing is there. So if you go here also, you can see how many packages I have. Yeah, see this. Install packages. See, I have this. And how many repository I have. Okay. The 5 enabled, these are 4 disabled. Okay. How many running processes I have. Everything it will show here. Okay. So this is online kind of thing. Okay. But in some of the production server, you may not have. You see this? It is saying I don't have a telnet, so I have to install it. So if I press yes, if you see, it is downloading from the online repository. So there is no offline repository is there. Okay. So that's why if you, after installing Linux, if you configure, if you connect to the Red Hat dashboard, it will be going for the online only. Or whatever package you want to install for online repository, that is, you have a subscription. And recently my subscription one expired. So again, they are giving me fill the form again for 1 year. They have extended. So nowadays, I think they will extend you for 1 year, again, another 1 year. Otherwise, you have to change your email ID again, need to sign up, right? So kind of thing. So this is the, I have shown you about the license you, Red Hat, right? But what if I don't have a license? So let me open one Red Hat Linux that don't have a license. Let me open this Rail 8.8. Okay. So here, if I power on this, this is a local server. Okay. So here I don't have online repository, but I can download packages. How? So there is one concept called YAML server. Okay, locally you can configure the repository. Okay, so in our advanced classes we'll see. It's very interesting. So if you don't have an online account or subscription, how you can install the package? Okay, if you type the command, it will redirect to the your Red Hat online repository. But we can stop this. Okay, so that doesn't mean that you should have an online repository. You can have a local repository also. That means the concept is called whenever you have a CD, right? Let's say you are having a Windows CD. Their size may be 5 GB, but inside 5 GB there is a lot of packages are there. Similarly, in Linux, ISO file is there. So that ISO file, if you mount it, so mounting another concept, if you attach the disk to one of our directory, so you will get all the packages. Okay, so here you can see how to check this. So there is one command called df. Okay, all your hard disks you can check here and drives. You see this. This is my root file system. Okay, this is my boot file system. Okay, when I created this, and you see one is their dev src. This is my DVD. See this? This is my DVD, and see the size of it, 12 GB. Okay, but I'm not using this DVD here. It is by default. It is there in the device section. So all the device part or device DVD, it will be on this dev directory, which is device directory. That will come. We'll see later. Okay, device file. So here, if you see. Let me open one account, James, which is a account, sudo account. Okay. And let me just, let me just show you. So here I don't have a subscription. See what is written? System not registered. Right? System is not registered to receive updates. Okay. Here I cannot do the patching because I am not registered to software, I mean online repository. But I can install packages inside my DVD. Okay. So let me show you this. If you see here, let me log into root. Okay. So if you see here, so just compare those two commands. Okay. So you see here, this is my DVD. Inside DVD, I have this ISO file. Okay. Size is 12 GB, right? This is the DVD file system. And if you go here, see this, here I have this DVD, but it is in the MNT directory. Okay. So here I've shown you, right? If I install any command, it is going to the what? Subscription management. Okay. But same command, if I type here, will it go to the subscription? See here, DNF install telnet. See, it is not showing me the message updating subscription, but it is saying, see one error. This system is not registered with the entitlement server. You can use subscription manager to register, but I don't want to register. But still I can install package. See, here is saying package is already installed. From where it is installed? Inside this MNT directory, I mounted the DVD. I copied the DVD here. All the packages I copied here. That we will discuss later, but just understand this, right? We can have this. So now if I go to the directory, the command is there, cd for going to the directory. Change directory, let's say MNT. Now you'll see the packages. Do me the ls. See here, you are seeing app stream baseways. This is the two main packages of system or Linux, okay, Red Hat. One is application, one is baseways. So if you go to the application now, see here, packages is there. Again, if you go to the packages now see here, oh, it will take time. All the packages you'll found, see here. So from here, it downloaded the telnet package. Got it? So I think I have this telnet here. US. Okay. So I think it is in the base OS package. So let me go back. Let me go back. Let me have the base package. Let me locate this telnet. Okay. Let me just locate this. If you see here, you may find their telnet. Yeah. So if you go there, go up. Telnet. I think the package name we need to find. We don't know, right? But from T it will take T something. So like that, you can see here. Let me just locate the package. Okay, Telnet kind of thing. Yeah, somewhere is there. Okay, so from this, all the packages will be installed. This is the offline repository. Okay, from inside your machine, you are having repositories. So you cannot pass these windows. I mean machine, because it is not connected to online. Whatever the update you have in the your DVD only, right? So that is the advantage for offline. You can do the testing kind of thing. Nothing will be there. Okay. So see this here. We're having offline. Here we're having online. Okay. So yeah. Similarly, your Ubuntu also I have shown you, right? If we have an account, so you can have this. Let me shut down this machine. I'm getting high utilization, though no problem for me, but it will become mess slow. Okay. So four machine is running right now. Also, my meeting is running, my video also running, right? So a lot of high utilization will be there. So let me close this. Okay. Okay, I think you understood this, right? Let me move to this. I think we complete this. And we also, some commands are there that I'll show you. Any question you have, guys, up to this, you can ask. Okay. In doubt, you whatever I've shown you, like regarding the license and packages, right? Anything you have, you can ask. And another half an hour I'll take. Okay. And we'll wrap up. Anything, guys? Any doubt you have? You didn't understand any point there, you can ask me.
No questions.
You got it, right? Thana
Yeah,
Sandrati.
got
Oh,
it.
yeah, got it. Okay, so here some Linux command. I think it will take some time. Since you are beginner, if I run some command, already I ran so many advanced command, maybe you got confused. So just let me give you some basic. Okay, so here a lot of commands are there. You may not understand this. So let me see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got the idea. So let me give you some basic kind of thing. So here I'm using this. Let me just let me have this too. Okay, so guys, this is how would you know that it's a Linux? So one command is there called uname. 1 minute. Uname. If you see, it's saying it's a Linux OS. It's a simple command. Uname. Okay, it will be showing you Linux system. Now, if you want to see the version or kernel version, what is the version of the OS? So just you have to use some flag. That is, let's say A. You see, it is showing you the host name along with the timestamp along with the kernel version. That is the 5.4. Okay. Now, guys, you might be asking why I'm typing A here, why not B? So see, in Linux, every command has a manual page. Okay. Every command has a manual page. That means some help page. So here I am passing the switch called -a. Okay. If I pass the -s, see, it is saying on Linux kind of thing. So how do you know the switches are there? So every command has a help page. So if you don't know how to use a command, no need to Google it. Okay. Nowadays, all are is available in man page. That is called, see, man. Man means a manual page. If I type this uname, I can see the flags and switches. If you type enter, see, print user information, system information. So I use what? A means all, right? And I used S for kernel name. So if I use R, what will it will show? Print the kernel release. So here you can go down, you can use a lot of flags. So no need to Google, right? So Linux, that's why Linux is very easy here. If you got doubt, you can use this man page. Okay, manual. So now let me use this flag R. Let me quit this. If you want to quit this, you have to type Q here. So quit. So let me type uname and let me type -r. You see, it's showing me the kernel version. I told you, right? So that is for the release version. And if you want to see the full details of the OS, so one command is there called cat. Cat means concatenate, display the content of any file. So if you go, one file is there, the location you should remember. and this is the OS release. Okay, so see, automatically it's taking. If I type tab here, automatically it's taking. So Linux have a autocomplete feature. Okay, so this is called autocomplete or autocomplete feature. You just know the path. You can type the tab, it will come. So if you see, it's showing me the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.6, the Pro version, and see Fedora ID. Right, I told you, right? Fedora is a distributed platform, and Enterprise Linux 9 logo icon. This is the enterprise documentation URL, bug report, any bug, all this reported here. You can see this, and home URL. This is the main URL, right? I shown. So like that, you can see this. So this is a terminal called, guys. Here I'm typing an English command here, right? I'm typing English command. I'm not typing any Chinese or any kind of language here. So how does a computer understand these things? You know, right? In your maybe degree or college, you learn these things. So how does the system is learning, getting this command? So system only understand this thing, right? 0 and 1, right? Has, let me type 0 and 1, 0 and 1. This system can only understand. So here it is terminal, and backend one shell is running here. That is converting my English language to the assembly kind of machine language to the, readable language, binary language to the your operating system kernel. Okay. So that's why system is giving me output. I am just interacting with the terminal. And here, if you're seeing this line, most of the people do not consider this. What is this? They are just don't bother about this. You should know these things, basic, right? What is this line? Why it is hash symbol? Why it is tilde? It is called a tilde symbol. Why it is a bracket braces? So see, guys, first is your root. That means you're the what kind of user you are having. So how do you check it's a root user or not? So if you type this who, you see I'm using who am I also. If you type C, who am I? I'm the root user. Now you are seeing one at the rate, right? It's a separator between the root user and the host name. This is my host name. Now you are seeing this is only Rhino, but if I see my host name, it is having rhino.example.com. So it will show you the shortcut here, because if it show the full line, it will become like that, right? So it will be a problem for system to wider output. That's why system hide the later part, only the first part it will show. So you got it, right? Inside these bracket braces they use, and first is a user and is the separator of by at the rate and the host name. User is separated by the host name. And if you see this tilde operator, this is called tilde operator, right? In keyboard, you have this in the first button under escape. So what is this? This means your current directory. Which directory I am in? Which directory I am in? So how to check this? That is called a present working directory. So there is one command called pwd, present working directory. If you type this, you see I'm in root here. So that indicate this. And now hash means what? Hash means I'm a root user. That means I'm a super user. Now let me log into some other user. So let me log out from root. See, I'm in Rhino. See, as soon as I change to Rhino, you see $1 came. Got it, right? Why? Because Rhino is not a root super user. Okay, Rhino is a normal user, but Rhino may have super user permission, which is a different topic. Okay, I assigned Rhino super user permission when I created the user. Okay, but it don't have the hash symbol, because root is a root, only one account will be there, right? Only one root will be there. Okay, other you can make a root like permission, admin, whatever you create, your name, Rajesh, that may be a root like user, but not a root. So that's why in any normal user, the symbol is changed to dollar. That means it's a normal user. So if I check the directory, see, I am in the home Rhino. So every user have a home directory. If you create in Linux, there will be automatically one home directory will be created. All the information tasks will be saved in the Rhino home directory. That's why in production system, if you install Linux, you cannot install like this. Here I'm on machine, I can install whatever partition I do. In production, you should have a separate home partition, because you are having 100 users. So that depends on your company. You may have to create a different log partition, which is a log file directory, right? So that's the thing. Now you got it, right? This is your terminal information, and this is the braces separated by username and host, tilde for current working directory, hash for the root, and dollar for the normal user. right? And let me show you one thing. This is, you see, hostname also we have seen. Now, let me show you, that is, yeah, hostname we also seen. Okay, so I have told you shell, right? Which shell I mean. So inside, behind shell is working for me to manage all this English output, right? These are all English output. It's converting to the, by using some assembler or compiler, it's converting. So if you type this echo dollar capital letter shell, I mean bean bash shell. I think you guys do some programming. In the first line, you used to mention this, right? Has been bash. Then you start the script. You remember, right? So why you start this? Because it's a shell, default shell kind of thing, bean bash. So if I want to check how many shells I have, there's one file is there called etc shells, which is a configuration file. You see, I'm using this is the older shell, and this is the mostly used bean bash. And this is the Jet shell. Kali Linux use this by default, Jet shell. So different shell have different feature, right? And there is no, I mean, no need for changing the shell until unless there is a requirement. Okay, so by default we are going this shell kind of thing and bean bash, and we have this. So until unless you do some programming, scripting, or any customization by dev team, they will might change the shell. Okay. Okay, nowadays see Tmax, which is a Tarmax shell, which is used for hacking kind of thing, and in Android is used kind of thing. I used to heard that Tarmax, which also I don't know because you don't bother about this. Bean bash by default, see, but if we change the shell, we can change it, and by default it is bean bash for your Red Hat Enterprise Linux. If you install a Kali Linux or any other Linux, you may have this be JDSS. They work on this default shell. Okay. So this is your shell kind of thing. And if you type this, see, I'm having one window open, right? One terminal. So if you type TTY, which is means the terminal type. So if you see PTS0, I'm in the terminal one device, one terminal is connecting. So if I open another terminal, there is one shortcut is called Control Shift T. If you type this, another terminal open. If you type TTY, you see there will be one is there. So if you open terminal like this, so several terminal will be opening, like a 1, 2 kind of thing. Okay. So let me close this. So by using TTY, you can log in. So here I logged in with 2 users. So if I type W, it will show 2 users. See, Rhino 1 having TTY2 and TTY1 is running kind of thing. So if I type who am I spell also, who am I, only who, yeah, Rhino and Rhino login. If I type only W, see, and if I type who am I, Rhinos, kindly I mean Rhino, root is not there. So if I switch to root, it will become root. So yeah, let's see here. If I type, it will take some time, that will show you a root kind of thing. Yeah. So like that, you can see these things, and a lot of commands are there. Since it is demo, we have another 15 to 20 minutes. Let me show you some basic kind of thing. So if you see this here, list means it will list you whatever files are there. And in Linux, guys, all the files, I mean, all the device, everything is a file. If you connect a printer also, it is also a file. Okay. And how to check this? Okay. So Linux file system, if you see, all the file system, I mean, comes under a slash directory. That is, this is slash. That means slash is the top level parent file system. Under parent or the child file system are there. If I type this command, it will show you the all file system. You see this. See, got it right. See, boot, etc, bin kind of thing. So you can check this via graphically also. If you go to this, see one, but is there files, a blue button. Click this. Now see this here. You are seeing this, right? This is not a file system. It's a file collection of folder, but you have to go to its other location. Okay, see, now you have to go to this computer. Now this, see, inside this is a file system. How can you verify? If you right click properties, you see all are under slash. Got it right? So everything Linux will be under slash. So I have to, if I want to switch to this, I have to type slash. So see here, if I type this, any file system, I have to go to this boot. I cannot go like this boot. See, it is not under, see, no such file directory. That means it is under slash. Then I have to mention the path like this. Now see, I am in boot. So that's why if you see this hierarchy, this is called a file system hierarchy, right? You see this, mate. Okay, yeah. See, I'm in boot. So it is the home. Let me just explain you something about this briefly. Okay, so if you see here, boot. So if you enter to the boot, now if you type ls, you'll be seeing some information there. Okay, so see here, this is our graph file. Okay, that will discuss later Linux booting process. What is all these things? I mean, how Linux boot? Just consider here, you seeing one VM Linux file, right? See, this is one VM Linux and one is rescue is mentioned. This is the main binary of our kernel. Okay, if you delete this file, your system will crash there. Okay, so this is one main file, and see, this is the backup of this file. If we have any problem, then we can troubleshoot this by using this rescue file. We can bring back our kernel. That's why one rescue file is there. Okay, so this is the main kernel. So I told you, right, if we type this, I shown you just now, uname hyphen I've shown you, right? See, 5.4, it's matching, right? This is the main kernel here, Enterprise Linux 9, EL9. Okay, so that is the input folder. You will have this, and you see one init ramfs file is there, and that also one rescue file is there. What is init ramfs? So when we boot the Linux system, so before starting the main root file system, that is the VM Linux, one temporary file system will be generated. That is called initial ramfs. So until unless a temporary file system boots successfully, then only your main file system will be loaded. Inside this, if you have a problem, then you need to troubleshoot using this again, rescue, which is a different advanced L2 topic, guys. How to troubleshoot booting issue. It's called a kernel panic error, which is very difficult. I mean, very challenging now. If you know these things in interview, they'll ask you how can you troubleshoot this. That is later we'll see. It's the advanced L2 part. Okay, so by using this, you can troubleshoot. That's why is already given one this backup file. Okay, and one dump file is there. When you install, your system will ask you whether you have a kernel dump file. If you want to have, it will be better for troubleshooting. If you don't have, you can don't have. So that's why kernel dump is there. Your kernel dump image file is there. Also, you can restore these things, which is also a very critical troubleshooting kind of thing. Okay. So this is a boot file information. It's very dangerous. I mean, for your troubleshooting L2 purpose, very good. And after boot, you see etc. etc file system, all the configuration files are there in Linux. And if you see, let me just change the directory. Let me just show you again, etc, etc. If you see this, all the configuration are there. All the conf. You see conf. See all the conf file you are seeing, right? And some file you are seeing some dash, maybe you are finding. So some file having a backup also. Let me show you. If yeah, see this. One is password, again another password having dash. That means Linux is so much care for them. I mean, Linux care for user, they care for our users, I mean, their users, a lot of things. So see, if someone delete the main configuration file, we have a secondary file also there, password. So that's why in production level, when you are doing any system administration, so they will ask you, please take a backup of the configuration file. Then before you do any task, though you are having already one backup, but some file, since it is a very critical password file, that's why it's a backup. See, some of the file don't have a backup. That's why always you do before customization, you should get a backup until unless you got crashed. Then from the backup, you can rename it again. It will work, right? That's
So
why in
backup,
configuration.
sorry, Prajesh, backup in the sense VM snapshot or server backup, or within the server, can we take a backup?
No, VM server is not backup. It's a configuration file backup.
Okay.
Okay, so suppose in the main configuration file you did some changes and it is not working. So you can roll back it. If you saved it, that from this new configuration file, past WD backup, you can do the again the remaining configuration.
So can we see how to take a backup within the server for main configuration only?
Yeah, so one command is there. CP just rename the file or create a one backup file there, and you only configure the backup file. Don't touch the main file. It will work.
Okay, okay,
And make sure the file should have a configuration dot conf. I mean, kind of thing. Okay. Let's see. I want to do some customization on this file. So what I create a rename the file. I create a copy of this. Let's say ppm2 pp1.conf. Okay. So inside 1.conf, I'm doing customization. So if 1.conf got crashed, I don't have any issue because I have the original one, right? Got it?
got it.
Yeah. So like that we use. So in production, whenever you do some configuration networking kind of thing, or they used to have this backup file. So even I also use some security purposes to create a backup file, and I'll crash it and from original we create one 2-3 layer backup kind of thing. So some company having 2-3 layer backup kind of thing, they'll do like that. So that's why they have this. So this is etc, and let me just show you another. So library for library information file and library 64, which is in Windows also you have this. So there is nothing much. If I see this color is different, if I went there, you'll be seeing only binary only one person. Okay. So library reader files are there. Just I remember that. And in the media, all your media reader file, let's say DVD printer. If you see here, I might have media here because I have a subscription, right? Yeah, I don't have a media because I have a subscription. If I have a media file, that will be showing. So all your DVD reader USB there, media. And MNT for mounting file. If you attach any file or let's say you want to mount, means you want to copy kind of attachment or in a different directory. So by default, one directory mentioned called mount. So by default, it will be empty here. Okay. Some file is there, but it will be empty. So I think nothing is there either. Okay. And opt is for third party packages. Okay. So if you are installing from browser or your third party packages, so by default it will be empty. So if you see here, I think nothing is there. Some packages is there, maybe it's empty, I think. Yeah, some GCC tool I did some customization. But if you have any third party tools, or you should mention this path while install. You should not install your root home directory kind of thing. That is recommended. That's why Linux have a lot of file kind of thing. And root, the root file system, the home directory of root user. If you see, uh, I mean root user, right? And this is the PWD, I mean root home, yeah, says root only. Okay. And this is the main dangerous file, sbin. Sbin is the root user binary file. Whatever the root admin commands root is running, all the command coming from this. If you go here, cd/hasbin, you see ls series. You cannot go to this, all the command lsw or log rotate, all these command coming from this binary file, lv change. So if I type this, where is one command is there, lv change. Let me do some advanced administration and see, it is showing me this location. This is the binary kind of thing. And which is, if you type like this, one command is there, which lv change, I think. Yeah, see, it's pointing to this location, right? I'm in this location. That means the command which, I mean, the command show you the path where the command is located. So whatever the root user type this command, it will be having this path. That means a sbin binary. Okay? Super user binary it's called. But if Rhino user type command, that will not go here. Rhino user command, it will go from another directory. This directory, only bin. This is for the normal user. If Rhino user come, if see Rhino user don't cannot run lv command, lv rechain, or this is a partition command, because until unless Rhino have a I mean sudo permission. If you are giving sudo permission, then only they will run. Until unless Rhino, see here, let me create one user. Let me show you for that. I think if you understood, let me create one user called test. Okay, I have created a user. Let me assign the password. Just understand this. You might not be understanding right now. Password. I let's say red hat at the rate. Uh, Okay, I'm just forgetting the command, I think. Let me use manually. Yeah. So I'm showing you. I want to run. See, it is giving a bad password. So that's why only root can change. Oh, okay. So let me log into this user test. Okay, I'm in test. Now I want to type one sbin command and super user command. So let's say partition command. So I'm typing fdisk. This is a partition command. -L. See what is saying? Permission denied. So until unless I give permission to this user, that it only run. But if I log in as a root, I can run this command. But let me log out. Check this fdisk. Okay, -L. See, it is running. So why root? Let me log out again and let me log into test. Right? Why test not able to run? Let me type the password. I'm showing you the path. Yeah. So if you type which fdisk, right? See, its path is user has been. That's why test is not able to run. Test is a normal user, right? So test should have this file, binary. Only binary is normal command test can run until unless we provide the permission. That's why test cannot run fdisk partition. See, again error, denied. That's why you should, the interviewer will ask you question this, what is the difference between has-been and been? How can you restrict or kind of thing, okay? So that's a real example I've given you. And let me log out to again, Rhino, okay. So and now you understood, right? Has been and dev, this for device files. Let me log into root. Dev for all device files, I already told, right? If you have a device kind of thing, so if you go to this dev, see all your device, block device. See here, you seeing CPU is this all are block device. It's called block device. Bus, CD-ROM, you cannot go to this system. These are binary. It will crash your system if you try to modify. Okay, so this is under dev directory. All your kind of device file. Sorry. Now let me go home. You know, every user have a home directory, which is a default directory for every user. And proc, very important directory. My God, even I also did a real-time production project on proc. So if you see the proc, all your process IDs will be there. You see some number will be seeing. See all the numbers is there. If you delete all these things here, you may crash your system. So it's not recommended. So see all our process. You can, if you go to the app, you might see process one. So if you see process one, which is your system D process. That means your controller of this system. The first process is run when you put a system that is system D. See all directories is that the proc file system. One project I did called proc hardening. I used to get one. I got a project called. I have to hide the system processes from the normal user. Okay. So see here, if you, I'm in root, right? If I type this command, top, it's a process command. Okay. See here, I told you, right? One process ID is a system D, the main one, the controller of the system, process ID. See here, I'm in root. I can view Rhino user, which is a normal user. I'm a root, right? I can view anything. But the production requirement, what? Let me just log out here. I'm in Rhino, right? If I type the top command, Rhino also viewing the root processes. It should not view, right? It's a lapse, right? Yes or no? So in production, my manager there asked me to do this research. Rhino should not view root processes. Why should Rhino view root processes? Rhino is not a root user, right? How can you do this? Very interesting project which we did. Seeing very small thing we need to do. Then whichever user you create, that user will be seeing their process only. Okay. So we have this in our syllabus, this production level project. Okay. So that's why we need very serious candidate for this. It will be challenging all these things. Okay. And see this Rhino is viewing root. But if I do some changes, and if there are two changes you can do: permanent mounting and temporary. You have to do the mounting kind of thing here. So only the new user will be seeing their process only. Root cannot see, but root can see all processes. And somebody asked me one ridiculous question in my previous pages. So somebody asked me, Sir, can we do the same in root? So this is a baseless question, right? If we do the same in root, what is the purpose of root being a system administrator, right? Root is root. So that's why that guy maybe asked a ridiculous question. If you restrict root also, that means who is restricting? I mean root. That means there is no, there will be a full loophole. Root cannot be restricted, right? Root can restrict others. That's the thing. So it's a very dangerous project and very easy kind of thing, and the logical project is. So here, see, Rhino is viewing all the user process. Some system user also Rhino is viewing. Should not view in production. Okay. So this is the one project, very interesting. Let me log out this. No shell. Okay. Let me exit. I can go to this. Acha. Let me log in again. You got it right. Now, this is the process file system. Now, let me check if you have any other. Yeah. So SRV is kind of FTP server related or network file system. NIS kind of information with there. If I go, it will be empty, I think. Yeah, it's empty. So if I configure any SR FTP kind of thing, it will be there. A temp, all temporary logs, right? So if you go to the temp, you will see some VMware logs, maybe. You see VMware log, I told you, right? System D logs. So as soon as I change system booted or change, it will be changing like that. Okay. And this is the main one important where you all know, right? Very well, where the log, everything is there in mention here, right? If you do the LSC, if you see the log, so if you go to this log, see a lot of logs are there. VMware log, that for troubleshooting, boot log, you can troubleshoot. BTMP, this is boot time log, last log, when the system restarted. And this is a secure log for password authentication kind of thing, and some messages, system messages that they are. These are packages log, DNF, okay, RPM log, firewall log can be. So that is very much used in production. That where log, right? So yeah, and USR also kind of a directory, which is by default empty, I think. Let me just do Google. If you want to notes on this, just go to AI something, you'll get a lot of notes, right? Nowadays, you are smart enough, I think. If you go to this, let me, yeah. Oh, see, some, third-party packages are there, something. Local, binary, include games, and they are in temporary, in a user file. Okay. So if you want to want to know more details, just Google it, download some PDF, you'll find enough PDF. So what is the, I've explained you, right? All the file system kind of thing. So very much important, it is proc, SWIN, and sys for system related file kind of thing is there. SBIN, proc, bin, dev, home, and etc. These are very important for system administrator. Should know all these things, customization. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So a lot of things you have learned today, I think, in the demo itself, system administration kind of thing. And any doubt, guys? Any up to this? I think we can wrap up. A lot of things I've shown you. Yeah. So here, if I try to complete this, it will be at very late. So very already we explained a lot of this, right? Process kind of thing I also shown you. And let me see. Yeah. IP command also I've shown you, right? IP config. Yeah, almost everything I shown you kind of thing. Okay. So IP, like this, you can view, right? IP, or if you type IP if config, you can see like that. And if you want to see the subnet, you see class C is /24, right? Like that. So and top command also I have shown you processes. And another command is called PS, which is for the terminal process. See, it is not listing me the all process. Terminal process means I'm in bash shell. This is bash. And I'm in sudo user. That's why I sudo. And PS the one command only I run. That's why it's showing me or in the terminal. This is called terminal process. But if we type top, it will show me all the system process kind of thing. So like that, we can see. Okay. Okay, guys, enough we have seen in the demo itself. So if you have any doubt, anything, you can ask me. Like anywhere, if you have any logical question or anything, you can ask. After that, we can wrap up, I think. It's already 9, okay, 9:06, yeah. My eyes are blinking. Yeah. Tell me, guys. Anything you want to know? Anything?
This is a lot of information, so actually
Yeah, a lot of. I know a lot of
we
information.
need to try. Parallelly, I'm noting down all the small commands.
That the demo itself. That's why we have shown you.
Yes.
And in the later, if you join the classes, then I'll be having. I mean, weekly 2 classes will have maybe 1.5 hour. And if we have 2 hours, then 1.5 hour maximum we have within 20 minute break. And we'll be having start with the basic, not an issue. And I need your support. You need to practice this thing because this is not a RSCSA training. Okay, so I'm using a Red Hat Linux, but RSCSA curriculum is different. It's a very basic one. Okay, so they will focus for certification only. So this is not a certification training. Okay, if anyone looking for certification, you can have this training, but it is a more advanced one. Okay, we have created. So even some of the topics are very challenging. Okay, even I also need to configure because all hands on. If you don't practice for 1 month, even I also don't practice for 2 months. I forget all these things because there will be a lot of steps you cannot remember on your mind. All will be in your hand. So more than 5,000 commands use in production level. I used to type and know. So since now I'm not in Linux admin, but I'm using Linux. I'm in security, but last previously a lot of customization Linux I did. Even hardware troubleshooting in Linux, firmware also I did in for in end users, right? There's laptop, developer laptops, troubleshooting all these things. So I have created a lot of SOPs for in my system. I've created, but I don't want to go again. These things be very critical. I think so. If you do the practice kind of thing, we'll be knowing all these things. Okay, and a lot of servers are there. Configuration, HTTP, Apache that requires a lot of time and support. So even I used to do practice a lot of logs. So no one can practice in front of directly without a 1 month mind until unless he's having a very fast daily practicing kind of thing, then only they can configure like that. Okay, so that's why in company all they're having a SOPs kind of thing, so follow these things. Okay, and we can have this, yeah, we can have this training based on the response. You need to practice all these things. And I'll be showing you how to install Linux, how to configure, how to download. Anyone know how to download VMware? If anyone knows, can just let me know, because most of the people don't know how to download VMware. Okay, very complicated actually nowadays. So anyone know how to download a VMware workstation? Just let me
Yeah,
know.
I
Even I,
tried actually.
you tried. Is it successful?
It was asking a lot of registration. I
That's
don't.
why. That's why. Nowadays it is a lot more complicated. So I
Yes.
recommend you go with a VMware. Okay. So if you go with a virtual box, it is okay. Even I also have virtual, but virtual box nowadays the version is totally. I mean, they have created some different kind of version which I don't like actually. And but virtual box also free. But if you have VMware, it is very good. So if see, I'm using very comfortable. But in the virtual box, I find the older version. If I'm my old laptop, I'm having, but my old laptop very slow. That's why I'm unable to practice. But VirtualBox older 6 and 7 version is very good. Nowadays, the latest version, maybe 8, 9, 10. They are very complicated. I mean, I don't like the feature and the dashboard kind of thing. So VMware, that's why I installed it. And it will ask you a lot of verification. Okay, so if they find unverified, they will block you. So even also today also I got one warning. So your email ID kind of thing. So my email ID maybe domain is expiring since I'm using a company email ID. So I have to use some different email ID. But they will ask you the information whether your company big form they will fill. Again, a lot of verification. After that, you have to go a lot of stages. Then only you can download. So I will show you. It will the downloading and VMware also. It will be a class. Got it right.
No, so
Yeah.
actually I tried a cracked version. So
Don't try. Don't
sometimes
don't 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 do crack version. It will.
after that I was felt
Yeah.
insecure. Yeah,
Yeah, so don't use crack. So VMware blocked all the crack. Okay, that it will be security issue. There will be a hacking issue on your laptop.
got it.
So yeah, so that's why even I also have a VPN connection. I can have this. I have a paid license. So even I also victim of a cyber attack. So a lot of people are attacking me since I'm a cybersecurity professional. So nowadays it will happen. So that's why I purchased VPN. All of my files are secure right now. Today meeting I didn't connect to VPN because it will be a I mean there will be lag issue because it's from a different country I have to connect. Okay, and it's a Lithuania country VPN. That's why it's a not VPN. So very security, and it will be slow if I See, I'm presenting my screen also, and my video is appearing. Also, screen sharing. So I am having a very high internet connection. That's why I'm able to do 200, 300 Mbps. Otherwise, it will be slow if you are having this. Yeah. So having said that, we'll be having this training. I think Vishnu will create the syllabus. We'll segment the syllabus in. I mean, basic to intermediate. That will move to an advanced level. And we have SE Linux. We have a networking. We'll have server configuration, troubleshooting. So a lot of things are there, which is full L2 and L3 topic also. Some topic are there. So if anyone want to become a core Linux admin, they should join this. And if anyone want to become a DevOps engineer, so I would recommend for DevOps. There will be a lot of things are there you can understand, but it is fully a core Linux admin. So DevOps is a different thing, right? You have to know more than 10, 12 tools, right? For DevOps, for learning Linux for DevOps is a different thing. For learning Linux for a Linux admin job, it's a different thing. So it's not a DevOps syllabus. Okay, there is no DevOps is there. So it's fully Linux core admin and troubleshooting and core administration is there. And if you want to know DevOps and Linux both, you can welcome. You are welcome. So you can learn DevOps also in different here institute kind of thing. And here you can get the full core knowledge of Linux, and you can apply those skills in DevOps. It will be very good because nowadays in DevOps, a lot of Linux. Yeah, I've seen administration tasks is there. Mostly 90% is Linux only, right? Hardly 10% pipeline or release and build they are doing. But all the server we are having in Linux only. We will be migrating like this, copy pasting SCP, SFTP to use these command really log rotate, which is a very challenging if you don't practice. Even I also forget. A couple of months I didn't practice, right? So that's why we'll see. Like that, we'll if you want to know, learn, we can go step by step. And I need your support. You need to practice all these things. A recording will be given, just practice. And before asking any question, just do research and practice, okay? And then you'll be able to know. A lot of tool technology are there. So previously, this was not present. So nowadays, you can practice a lot of things. Yeah, watch the video, practice, install it, and in a system, no need to do cloud or AWS kind of thing, which is chargeable, right? Inside VMware, I'll show you how to configure. Just you need to have a proper Wi-Fi connection, and with bridging network, you need to configure. I think you know how to. If you are a networking student, maybe you know CCNA. Simple thing, just DHCP IP. You need to configure as a bridging network. Otherwise, you can configure netting if you know netting. So I'm using a bridging. So that's why all my VM are communicating, okay, from in my base machine. So we'll see this and very easy. And once we install, then step by step we'll see. And notes also we'll see. We'll give you. So mainly the hands-on will be system administration, and based on that you can create a note if you Google it. If you go anything download, right? That is you can smart enough. But the core administration part I'll share with you. Recording will be given. Just practice it. And every week, today maybe we're having class that Vishnu will discuss later. And if you have any doubt kind of thing, just keep it on yourself. And in the class itself, I will try to troubleshoot, and we'll try to troubleshoot this like that. Mostly you need to practice because it will be intense kind of training. And we created this syllabus based on the scenario based and based on the challenging of this kind of. This syllabus is not a topic wise, okay? It's a breakdown syllabus. That's why it's a different, okay? People are learning topic wise. Not the rated syllabus is topic wise. It's different. And for certification purpose, which is different. So this is not a certification purpose. This is a core knowledge kind of thing. That's why we created this. And after getting this, you can go for certification, no issue. And you can go any institute for certification, just paying the money and you can sit it. And they will give you some dumps, right? Dumps is there. Just practice it for 2 weeks. Even I also practiced back in 12 years ago, and full marks you will get. So that is very easy for certification. They will give you the dumps, the questions, then which is very easy. And yeah, it is great to have a RSCSA certification. And RSC, it is different for automation, right? That is for full Ansible. If you want to go for DevOps, you should go with RSC. And nowadays, without scripting on this kind of knowledge in DevOps is different, okay? But this is a core system admin kind of thing, and troubleshooting and server administration will be there. In RSC, Red Hat server administration is not there. Okay, they are having some latest file system container kind of these included, but that's why company are asking a lot of things based on different JD. They are asking different things. Some Windows job Linux is required, some Linux job Windows also required. So companies are different in the mentality, right? That's a different thing. Okay, so I think we mostly 9:16 cover almost 2 hours, right? Yeah, Rohit Kumar. Yeah, Rohit asked. 5
Hi,
minutes
sir.
we'll say. Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm planning to learn, like, practice the Linux operating system. So
Mhm.
presently, I'm working on Windows only. Sir, I've
Oh,
heard that we can use virtual machine. Like you told me that by installing virtual machine, you can work on
yeah.
Ubuntu. And another thing, sir, one of my friend told me that you can work in Windows command line using WSL, Windows subsystem for Linux.
Yeah, that will
So,
be good, but it will be slow for you. So don't use this. I recommend virtual bus will be better. So that is a lighter note. So
okay,
most of the configuration will not work, and
okay,
you have to do some settings there because for installing VMware, I have to do some Windows customization because some hardware virtualization I have to enable in the that I'll show you how to enable this thing. Without this,
okay,
it virtual machine will not work. So a lot of thing to very complicated this kind of thing. Okay, and even virtual was also same thing. So we'll do in VMware also. Everything you can here also. No need to go for WSL. These are all, I mean, just basic kind of thing you can configure. So you cannot do this kind of. See here, I am using a lot of configuration there. All lot of server application packages are running. So in VMware also it is possible. Okay.
okay.
So
Thank you, sir.
in Vimeo also, I'll show you. Just you can do the replication. I mean, snapshot also you can take. See, I can do. See here, it is clone is there, right? Clone written. I have created a clone of this machine backup. So if my main machine down, I can restore this from this. And so that's like you can do cloning kind of thing. So that's why it
Thank
is
you.
very important thing. Okay, anyone, anything? Last, I'll take after we'll wrap up. I think I have to take dinner also. Time finish. Okay, anything, guys? I have. I'll close this. No, right? Okay, I think. Okay, so I'm stop the recording.